So, this is how good quality palliative care works. I received a referral for my team for a patient that had newly diagnosed breast cancer. She was going through surgery. She was having a lot of anxiety, trouble concentrating at work, existential questions like, why is this happening to me? She went through surgery and radiation and was having a lot of pain and swollenness. And then she went through chemo and was having a hard time figuring out how to manage the symptoms like nausea, constipation, pain, and then again, the psychological stress from all of it. So, palliative care worked with her for a period of time while she was going through her cancer treatments, and she did really well. She graduated from her chemo, her radiation. She was found to have no evidence of disease, and so we graduated her from the program. A couple years later, the cancer came back, and this time, unfortunately, it was in a later stage, metastatic to her bones and her lungs, areas of her body. And so she needed more treatment. She was having even more anxiety again, and this time was starting to question, what do I do with my future? Who will make plans for me if I can't speak for myself? So the palliative care team took her on again and helped with physical symptom management. At that time, she was having some spiritual distress and then the emotional factors, and also switching to maybe taking some time off for work on short term disability. She also needed resources to help with her husband, who was having some health challenges and needed caregiving while she was going to treatment. So, palliative care helped provide a wraparound support, walking alongside her as she was going through these illnesses or these issues. We went along and followed her for quite a long time as her symptoms got better, as they got worse, the ups and downs. Sometimes we'd see her every few months, sometimes we would see her monthly, whatever she needed. She started having hospitalizations due to some of the symptom burden from the treatment and then just from the bone pain and things like that. So she started going to the hospital. We went to the palliative care team at the hospital and said, can we collaborate together? So she was having support inpatient, and then when she'd go out, she would have our clinic to spend time and work through. As she progressed towards her end of life, several years later, we were able to fully support her in the transition to hospice, making sure she had good care. Because we had known her for so long, we were able to really have difficult discussions about, as we're planning for the end of her life, her last chapter, what does she want? We talked about decisions and conversations we had had several years ago and making sure those were updated, her advanced healthcare directive, starting to plan for her financial future for her husband as he needed more care, and all of those things. We started getting the family involved in the visits so that she didn't feel so alone. After she died, the palliative care team, the social worker, myself, and the chaplain, we provided grief support to the family and a caregiving group. I'm sorry, not a caregiving, a grief support group also to help. So these are the things that we're able to do. And what I love about this case is that we were able to get involved early on, develop the relationship with her. She was able to graduate from our program and then come back to us when she needed. Basically, palliative care is about not leaving you alone. It's about walking alongside you however the health journey goes, so that you have a safe place to talk, you have physical symptoms managed, and we anticipate the bumps in the future so that you can not be surprised and get the support and the help you need.